So in today's video, we're going to be discussing the potential mock trade that would send Kristaps Porzingis to the Charlotte Hornets in the 2021 NBA offseason. And there was a recent report saying that the Hornets are very intrigued by the idea of trading for Kristaps Porzingis if he were to become available this offseason. And this then leads to the question of what type of trade would it be to be able to land Kristaps Porzingis in Charlotte. And in this video, I will show you guys 3 mock trades that would land Kristaps Porzingis in Charlotte. But before we get into the video, if you guys haven't already, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe to the channel, and also hit that notification bell button not to miss out on more awesome NBA content like this. And now with that all out of the way, let's get into the video. So a Kristaps Porzingis trade this offseason looks pretty likely to actually occur, since it looks likely that the Mavericks want to get rid of his contract and sign a player in free agency that is actually going to complement Luka Doncic. So a trade would most likely be for expiring contract, as his value is at the lowest right now. And with these 3 Charlotte Hornets trades, Kristaps Porzingis would pair up in Charlotte with LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier. And with that all being said, let's get into the first mock trade that would send Porzingis to Charlotte. So in this first mock trade, the Charlotte Hornets would receive Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks would receive Miles Bridges. And with this mock trade, the Charlotte Hornets are actually able to potentially have a starting 5 somewhat similar to LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Kristaps Porzingis at the 4 or the 5, and PJ Washington at the 4 or the 5. And the Charlotte Hornets with this trade would definitely be one of the funnest teams to watch in the NBA, as they already are right now, but adding in a player like Kristaps Porzingis that when he's healthy can catch lobs from LaMelo Ball and Terry Rozier, and it would be just really fun to watch. But of course, as there are upsides, there are also downsides to this trade. The Hornets would be trading away a very improved player in Miles Bridges, as the 23-year-old has averaged 13.6 rebounds and 2 assists per game, while also shooting 40% from downtown and 50% from the field, and also 87% from the free throw line. And that was all during this past season, and he is still only 23 years old and can improve by a lot. But it might result into being worth it if Porzingis can somewhat at least stay healthy for the season. But the other downsides to this trade is that Kristaps Porzingis is injury prone, and he is also on a very large contract, since he's going to be owed $100 million over the next 3 years. But the Hornets might as well take a high risk, high reward type of player, since it all might just be that Kristaps Porzingis needs a change of scenery, and maybe he just needs to be on a new team with better comfort. And the Charlotte Hornets floor spacing would just be amazing with this type of trade, since everyone on that starting lineup is able to shoot 3-pointers consistently and efficiently. And for the Dallas Mavericks in this trade, they would get rid of an injury-prone Kristaps Porzingis that is taking up a ton of their salary cap, and they would also be able to get a young player that is drastically improving and is a highlight reel by Miles Bridges. So now with that all out of the way, let's get into mock trade number 2. So in the second mock trade, the Dallas Mavericks would receive Gordon Hayward and the Charlotte Hornets would receive Kristaps Porzingis. So with this mock trade, the Dallas Mavericks would receive a player in Gordon Hayward to team up with Luka Doncic. But with this trade, the Dallas Mavericks would definitely not get rid of any cap space, since Gordon Hayward's contract is a 4-year, $120 million deal, which means that yearly he is earning about $30 million. But it could result into some good things happening for the Mavericks in the future, since Gordon Hayward definitely plays up to at least somewhat of his expectations for his money. Since last season, Gordon Hayward has averaged 20.6 rebounds, 4 assists, and about a steal per game, while shooting about 42% from 3-point range, 47% from the field, and 84% from the free throw line. But Gordon Hayward is 6 years older than Kristaps Porzingis by being 31 years old. But the Mavericks do need more experienced talent around Luka Doncic, and Gordon Hayward brings exactly that, even though he's with a large contract. And for the Hornets, Kristaps Porzingis has averaged 20 points, 9 rebounds, 1.5 blocks per game on shooting about 37% from 3-point range and 84% from the free throw line. And I still believe that if Kristaps Porzingis has a change of scenery this offseason, he would be able to succeed very well, because it clearly seems that he has not been used to his full potential this season. And with the up-tempo game with LaMelo Ball, the Hornets could definitely unleash Kristaps Porzingis' full potential. And with that all being said, let's get into mock trade number 3. So in the third mock trade, the Hornets receive KP and the Dallas Mavericks receive PJ Washington and Cody Zeller. And this is probably the most unlikely trade to happen out of all of these three, but it's still a possibility because they would do a sign-in trade with Cody Zeller. And this would allow the Dallas Mavericks to test out a new center on their squad. And the Mavericks also get a player in PJ Washington, which has shown great strides of improvement this past season. But the reason that I say this is unlikely is that I don't believe that the Dallas Mavericks would actually give up a player like PJ Washington for a disgruntled star like Kristaps Porzingis. But of course, everything is possible, especially if the Mavericks are willing to include some first-round picks or maybe even some seconds. And with this trade, the Charlotte Hornets would still be able to actually keep players like Gordon Hayward and Miles Bridges. And a potential starting five could consist of LaMelo Ball, Terry Rozier, Gordon Hayward, Miles Bridges, and Kristaps Porzingis. And with that all being said, let me know which mock trade you guys think is the most realistic to happen. And also let me know in the comments down below which team would you guys prefer Kristaps Porzingis to be traded to. And let me know your own mock trades in the comment section down below as well. So with that all being said, if you guys have enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe if you're new. It was KNYT here and I'm out. Peace.